on the offensive end. Only scored 8 points in the first quarter, as you mentioned, but the rest of the way their offense was pretty consistent, and the defense did just enough to have a comfortable win, holding them to 31 points. Anytime you do that, you're in a great position to win a game. So Homestead, their defense was great in that one. Offense, not as much, but against a good team like Warsaw, you'll take a 16-point win, and that's exactly what they got behind a great defensive performance. So Homestead, once again, showed that their offense can be a little inconsistent, but the defense, night in and night out, competes at a state championship level, and that's really what could carry them deep into the postseason here come tournament time. It's not the offense, but it's the defense, and if they're able to get the offense going, look out for the Spartans.
And you mentioned the 47-31 was the Homestead final score of that game Tuesday night. 20-2 on the season is their record, 8-0 at home. So they're playing at home tonight, 8-0, as I mentioned. After that win over Warsaw, they outscored Warsaw 39-21 in the final three quarters. So Warsaw only averaged about 7 points in the final three quarters. Warsaw attempted 21 fewer shots than Homestead. A really interesting stat there. Warsaw did not take care of the ball well. 16 turnovers. Homestead, they only committed 2 turnovers. This is a Homestead team that commits about 11 per game or so. Homestead is a team, they went 3 of 19 beyond the arc. That's good for 16%, but Riley Parker, she had 13 points to lead the team in scoring. It was her first time scoring 10 or more points since December 12th against Notre Dame Academy. Parker was 3 of 6 beyond the arc. She hit a couple of bullseyes, and aside from Parker, the team went 0 of 13 beyond the arc. Solaire Starks had a really cold shooting night, 0 of 5 from three-point range, only 8 points in that game, and that's going to take us to our first break of the night. But when we come back, we will take a look into what we will see from Homestead's opponent this evening, the 5-13 Northside Legends. We will talk about expectations at Northside this year, so stay tuned. You're listening to the home of Homestead Lady Spartan Basketball, the Point 91 FM.
Homestead athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Arby's at Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zesto's. Arby's is more than roast beef with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's at Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
Casa Italian Restaurants, family owned and operated since 1977, with 4 Fort Wayne locations: West Jefferson Boulevard, DuPont Road, Parnell Avenue, and Stellhorn Road, featuring the Casa Bro salad, wood-burning brick oven pizzas, and over 30 pasta selections. Dine-in or carry-out available, or let Casa cater your next special occasion. Find more information at CasaRestaurants.com or by following Casa on Facebook and Twitter. Casa Italian Restaurants, a proud sponsor of WCYT Sports Broadcasts.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard next to Dunkin' Donuts Baskin Robbins. You can contact Moe's by dialing 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in southwestern food like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers. You can contact Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
And now, let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Lady Spartan basketball, right here on the Point 91 FM.
Welcome back live to Homestead High School for tonight's girls basketball matchup, featuring the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A, Homestead Lady Spartans, and the Northside Legends. I'm Matt Saalfrank alongside Donnie Harmon, continuing on the Casa Ristorante pregame show. And Donnie, we now look to Homestead's opponent tonight, the Northside Legends. The Legends enter this game coming off a loss against Northrop last Friday with a score of 53-31. Northside now sits at 5-13 on the season and 1-5 in the SAC, which is good for 9th place out of 10 teams in the conference. Tonight they will take on a Homestead Lady Spartans in a conference matchup. Who are some players for the Legends to keep our eye on who could have a big performance this evening?
Well, there's not too many on this Northside team. There's 3 players averaging more than 4 points a game this year, but there's some people that could have a big game if you're not careful. Nia Coleman being one of them, the 5'7" senior guard. Averages 14.5 points, very solid. 8.4 rebounds and 3.7 steals. So Nia Coleman, definitely someone to keep an eye on. The second leading scorer, Sumaya Chambers, averages 7.9 points per game, 2.3 steals. So that combination of Nia Coleman and Sumaya Chambers can cause some havoc in the backcourt for opposing guards. They can definitely steal the ball, cause some turnovers, some fast breaks, and get some points out in transition. Unfortunately, not too much else works for Northside on the offensive end, averaging under 40 a game on the year, 39.8 points, shooting just 28% from the field, 20% from beyond the arc, and 51% from the charity stripe, 15.7 turnovers a game. So not exactly a fluid offensive unit out there, but they do have some tough players. Another one, Julene Ruil, averaging 6.3 points per game, 3 boards, over 3.5 assists, 3.8 turnovers, a stat sheet stuffer. So there's definitely some tough players on this Northside team, but as a whole, they're a 5-13 for a reason. Homestead doesn't have anyone that's going to be too big of a threat. Here's a little stat for you. Northside hasn't had a non-losing season since 2003-2004, and they have not had a winning season this century. So not the most prestigious girls basketball program, but at 5-13 on the year, this is a pretty good year for their standards. So they do have some talented players, but unfortunately there's not much depth and only 3 people that can really get the job done.
Well, this is a rebuilding Northside program, if you want to call it that, and that's going to take us to our second break of the night. But when we come back, we will take a look around the conference to some of the other matchups going on tonight. But first, you will get the chance to hear my sit-down with Homestead head coach Rod Parker. So stay tuned. You're listening to the home of Homestead Spartan basketball, the Point 91 FM.
Homestead athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Marco's Pizza, located at 1345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
Welcome back to the pregame show. I'm now joined by Homestead Spartan girls basketball coach Rod Parker. And coach, last time your team was in action was this past Tuesday, as your team came away with a 47-31 win over non-conference opponent Warsaw. What are your thoughts on how the team played in that game?
Well, I was really happy with the way we defended in that basketball game, especially the last 3 quarters. I thought we had a lot of energy. I thought we moved real well defensively. Our rotations were great. We rebounded the ball well. So overall, I thought it was a really good non-conference win.
And with a win tonight, your team can clinch the SAC regular season for the 4th straight year. What does the potential of winning both the SAC Holiday Tournament and regular season mean to the program?
Well, it means a lot. The SAC is a great conference. There's great players in it, great coaches over the years. So, whenever you get a chance to win either, it's special. When you win both in 1 year, I think it's extra special. And the kids have worked hard to put themselves in position tonight, to win a championship. That's always important.
And going back to the past 2 games, your team has committed a total of 8 turnovers in that span. Your team averages about 11 turnovers per game on the season. What has been the difference the past few games in taking care of the ball?
Yeah, that's a great question, but I'm really happy with that stat. I think we've been showing a little bit of maturity the last couple games, really looking to take care of the basketball. I was very proud of that. That's something we're going to have to continue to do, not only tonight, but moving into the postseason and valuing every possession.
And Riley Parker is someone who really stepped up on the offensive end Tuesday night in the win against Warsaw, as it was her first game scoring 10 or more points since 10 games ago when you took on Notre Dame Academy from Ohio. How much better is this team when someone like Riley can come off the bench and score like she did?
Well, it definitely helps. And, the nice thing about Riley is when she comes off the bench, she gives us great energy in a lot of different ways. On the defensive end primarily, but, offensively she's proven that she can score throughout this season. So, she stepped up in the second quarter and made some big shots for us against Warsaw when we really needed them.
On the opposite spectrum, the team other than Riley went 0 of 13 beyond the arc against Warsaw. We know shooting percentages are down for a few players compared to last year. Are you worried about the team's shooting slump as the postseason continues to get closer?
Well, at this point you can't worry about it, and you don't want the kids to worry about it. So we just have to kind of keep moving forward, instilling confidence in the players that when they're open and it's their shot, they need to take it and shoot it confidently, and expect to knock them down.
And tonight your team will be taking on SAC opponent, the Northside Legends. What do you know about this Lady Legend team this year?
Well, they're a young basketball team. I think they're a team that's having a pretty good season for them. I expect them to come here and work hard. We're probably going to see a lot of zone out of them tonight, so we're going to have to really, I believe, work to get the ball hopefully underneath the zone, get into our post players a little bit so that our shooters on the perimeter get some nice looks.
finally, Coach, what are some keys for Homestead Spartan victory?
Well, always we got to play good defense. Tonight, no differently. But I think we have to maintain the focus on senior night. It's always a big night for the kids. And this year, it's, especially when 7 of our 12 are seniors, it's a majority. So they have to make sure they enjoy the night, but they stay focused on the basketball game and go out there and work hard and stay committed to what we're trying to accomplish.
All right, Coach. Thanks, and good luck this evening. We'll be back with more of the Casa Ristorante pregame show leading up to tip-off of tonight's game. It's Homestead and Northside right here on your Spartan Sports Source, The Point 91 FM.
Arby's at Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zesto's. Arby's is more than roast beef with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's at Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
And now, let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Lady Spartan basketball, right here on The Point 91 FM.
Welcome back live to Homestead High School for tonight's girls basketball conference matchup featuring the number 2 team in Class 4A, Homestead Lady Spartans, and their opponent, the Northside Legends. I'm Matt Saalfrank alongside Donnie Harmon, continuing on in the Casa Ristorante pregame show. And we take a look around the conference and other games tonight. We obviously have Northside at Homestead, the one that we're covering. We also have Snyder at Concordia, Southside at Carroll, and Wayne at Northrop.
There's some good games when you look at this slate. Snyder at Concordia, definitely a bit of an interesting game. Snyder coming off the upset win over Belmont. Let's see what the Lady Cadettes have to say about that. Carissa Garcia, one of the premier players in the conferences, a Northern Kentucky commit. So that should be a very good game. Concordia, one of the top teams in the conference outside of Homestead and Southside. And speaking of Southside, they have a fairly tough task at hand as they travel to take on the Carroll Lady Chargers. Carroll, not that great of a team, but they are the favorites to win their exceptionally weak sectional. So they are good enough to beat a team like Southside at home if Southside doesn't come to play. So it's going to be interesting to see what can happen in that one. And then Wayne at Northrop, 2 teams at the bottom of the conference. But Northrop's at the bottom of the conference, and Wayne is at the bottom of the conference. So I expect Northrop to win that one quite handily, actually. There's some games we thought Wayne could compete, but they've proven time and time again, no.
Well, obviously, the Snyder at Concordia game you mentioned is interesting because Snyder is coming off of that huge upset win over Belmont on Tuesday night. We thought there was no way that Snyder team was going to be able to compete with a one-loss Belmont team. At that time, Belmont was ranked 6th, I believe, in Class 3A at that matchup. We saw Homestead beat Snyder by 50 points. When Snyder was at home, they were home against Belmont. They somehow come off with that win. So Snyder at Concordia, interesting, because Concordia, they've been struggling lately. At the beginning of the season, they were towards the top of the conference. They've fallen off a little. They're, 5th in the standings, 4-3 overall behind Homestead, Southside, Lewers, and Dwenger. And speaking of Lewers and Dwenger, there's only 4 SAC girls games on tonight because Lewers and Dwenger, they played Monday night, which I believe Lewers won that one quite easily. They actually are now 6-2 overall in the conference. They're currently on a 5-game winning streak, so they've played better as of recently. So Homestead, they're taking on Northside tonight, senior night at Homestead High School. Homestead 20-2 on the season overall, 7-0 in the SAC, the only remaining undefeated team in the conference. They're also 8-0 at home this season. Northside is 1-7 on the road, and they have lost 7 straight road games after opening the season with a win over Whitco on the road. So they started 1-0 on the road. They've lost their past 7, 5-13 overall, 1-5 in the SAC. I mentioned they do only have 4 players that average more than 4 points a game. It could be interesting to see how this Homestead team competes with that. They only average 39.8 points per game. Homestead averages 63.6 points per game. And when you look at the team stats overall, Homestead has a higher total in points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, free throws, blocks, and they average about 4 fewer turnovers. The only stat that Northside leads Homestead in is steals. They average 13 to Homestead's 10.3. So it should be an interesting game, if you will call that. Homestead only 2 losses on the season to 2 of the top 10 teams in the state, being Northwestern and North Central. Northside has lost a lot, currently on a 2-game losing streak. Homestead on a 5-game winning streak. And that's going to take us to our final break before tip-off, as we will take a short pause for the national anthem. When we come back, we will have starting lineups and keys to the game. Tip-off between Homestead and Northside is just a few minutes away, so stay tuned. You're listening to the home of Homestead Lady Spartan Basketball, The Point 91.
Homestead Athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Arby's of Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zesto's. Arby's is more than roast beef, with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, and chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's of Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
Casa Italian Restaurants, family owned and operated since 1977, with 4 Fort Wayne locations: West Jefferson Boulevard, DuPont Road, Parnell Avenue, and Stellhorn Road. Featuring the Casa Bro salad, wood-burning brick oven pizzas, and over 30 pasta selections. Dine-in or carry-out available, or let Casa cater your next special occasion. Find more information at CasaRestaurants.com or by following Casa on Facebook and Twitter. Casa Italian Restaurants, a proud sponsor of WCYT sports broadcasts.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard, next to Dunkin' Donuts Baskin Robbins. You can contact Moe's by calling 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in Southwestern foods like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers. You can visit Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Athletic coverage on our station.
And now, let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Lady Spartan basketball right here on the Point 91 FM.
Welcome back live to Homestead High School as we're just moments away from tip-off between the Homestead Lady Spartans and Northside Legends, and we transition to some starting lineups. And starting with the home team, the Homestead Spartans, they will start all seniors tonight as it is senior night at Homestead High School. Kara Geely and Solaire Starks will be in the backcourt as Geely leads the team in steals and assists, while Starks also leads the team in assists. Both Geely and Starks average about 3.7 per game. Another player, Julia Huey, only averages 1.8 points per game. She'll get the start tonight as she is a senior, the 6-foot guard. Another player, Haley Swing, a 4-year player for this Homestead program. She'll be at the forward position, and rounding out the starting 5 for Homestead will be Bree Lucas. Only averages about 3 points per game on the season, does average about 3.5 rebounds per game. A pretty good shooter, 46% from the field. And moving on to Northside now, it'll be Trinity Mitchell and Julian Roy at the guard positions, both 5'9". Roy leads the team in assists and turnovers. Roy also averages about 6.3 points per game. Another player, Michaela Wilchar, the 5'8" senior guard, averages about 3.9 points per game, 4 rebounds or so. Nia Coleman, rounding out the starting 5 for this Northside team, leads the team in points, rebounds, and steals, and she'll be the primary scorer for this Legend squad. Averages about 14.5 on the season, along with 8.4 rebounds. Very impressive, almost 4 steals as well. Season high is 23 points when she scored that against Lakewood Park Christian. And Donnie, what are your keys to the game?
Well, for Homestead, just play a normal game. If you don't play horrible, you should be able to win this one. You're a far better team. And for Northside, you're going to have a good shooting night. They shoot 20% from 3 this year, but that tells me one thing, and that's that they're due for a big game. So if Northside shoots lights out and Homestead has an awful game, look out. The Legends are on upset alert.
Homestead 7-0 in the SAC. Northside is 1-5 in conference. Homestead's margin of victory nearly 24 points. Northside loses by about 13.5 points per game. Currently on a 2-game losing streak. Once again, we are just a few moments away from tip-off between Homestead and Northside. Homestead, the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A, 20-2 overall on the season, currently on a 5-game winning streak. This is a home game senior night for the Spartans, 8-0 at home. Northside is 1-7 on the road after starting the season off with a road win, 7-game losing streak on the road since that point in the season. Once again, Homestead, they average about 64 points per game. Northside under 40, so it'll take a lot for this Northside team to compete with this high-powered Homestead Spartan offense. We are just about ready for tip-off between Homestead and Northside. This one not expected to be too close of a game, but who knows? Anything could happen as To jump for the tip, it'll be Haley Swing for the Spartans. And it'll be Trinity Mitchell, the 5'9" senior guard, to jump for Northside. 8 minutes on the clock in the first quarter. Homestead and Northside tip is up, controlled by the Spartans. Geely has it. 0-0, 7:56 to go in the first quarter. Homestead ball. Starks has it. Now Huey, the top of the key. Geely on the right side. Lucas in the paint. Starks to Huey. Left corner three. Bullseye! Julia Huey starts off the game with a three-pointer for Homestead. 3-0. 7:39 to go in the first quarter. Huey doesn't play too much, but she knocked down a big-time shot there for the Spartans as they open with a 3-0 lead. Northside on offense now, as is Mitchell with the ball, hands it over to Roy. Roy goes inside, gives it out to Wiltshire near the Spartan logo. 3-0, 7:22 to go in the first quarter. Homestead up over Northside after a Julia Huey three-pointer. Mitchell has it near the Spartan logo, picks up her dribble, gives it over to Coleman. Guarded by Swing. Coleman hands it over to Roy, who takes it back out once again. 3-0, 7:04 to go in the first quarter. Homestead leads. Coleman on the right side. Top of the key, this Northside team not afraid to hold the ball. Back to Coleman, at the top of the key. She drives inside, picks up a dribble, loses the ball. Stolen by Geely for the Spartans. Homestead on offense now. Geely finds Swing below the basket. Swing scores in transition for the Spartans. 5-0 Homestead lead. 6:40 to go in the first quarter. A Julia Huey three-pointer and a Haley Swing shot right under the basket as Homestead up 5-0. 6:32 to go in the first quarter. Once again, Northside on offense. Coleman has the ball. The team's leading scorer averages about 14.5 per game. Coleman with the ball. Roy has it near the Spartan logo. Back to Coleman. Not only a great scorer, does lead the team in rebounds as well, 8.4 per game, and steals, 3.7. Very impressive all-around player. Roy has the ball for Northside. Loses the dribble. Trying to box out Solaire Starks, so she's not able to steal it, as Northside will still get the ball. 5-0, 6:01 to go in the first quarter.
Smart strategy there from Nia Coleman, allowing Solaire Starks to get this steal, but a good start for Homestead on the offensive end. A 3 in a transition layup. Homestead proving that boom goes the dynamite.
As Sophia Buck checks in and Liv Seifert for the Spartans, the final two seniors there. 7 seniors listed on this Homestead Spartan roster. Northside back on offense. Homestead with all seniors out there as Buck and Seifert just checked in, as I mentioned. Coleman on the right side. She takes a 3. That's no good. Rebounded. Tipped around as they went out on Lucas on the Spartan. So Northside ball as Homestead's up 5-0, 5:44 to go in the first quarter.
Northside needs a bucket if they want to stop any of this Homestead momentum.
Coleman inbounds to Mitchell. Ball tipped around as it will stay with Northside. Once again, 5-0, 5:42 to go in the first quarter. Homestead leads over Northside. Roy to inbound for the Legends. Coleman has it now on the right side. Coleman drives inside along the baseline. Picks up her dribble, gives it off to Mitchell. Ball tries to pass to Wiltshire, stolen by the Spartans as Buck is tripped up. Foul called on Northside. That was Jaylee Wiltshire as Homestead leads 5-0, 5:32 to go in the first quarter. Geely crosses the timeline for the Spartans, gives it to Huey, who knocked down a three-pointer down to Seifert. Lucas takes a baseline jump shot. That's good. She knocks down the jump shot. Homestead up 7-0, 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Northside on offense. Coleman has the ball for the Legends. This team only 5 wins on the season, 13 losses. Coleman gives it back to Roy, top of the key. Now with the Spartan logo guarded by Buck. Northside on offense. 7-0 Homestead, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Coleman has it. Takes it back out to the top of the key. Picks up a dribble. Gives it off to Roy. Guarded closely by Buck. Ball knocked around. She gives it back to Coleman. This Northside team not afraid to take a lot of time with their possessions. They average fewer than 40 points a game. Roy now with the Spartan logo once again. Wiltshire drives inside, loses the ball, and Seifert gets it for the Spartans. Homestead on offense. Geely has the ball. Crosses the timeline. Finds Huey. You know she wants to take another 3. Huey a 3. That's no good. Would have been 2 for 2 if Huey would have knocked that one down beyond the arc, but she misses. Northside on offense now as Coleman has the ball. 7-0, 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Homestead leads over Northside. Coleman drives inside. Finds Mitchell. She takes a shot. That was blocked. As Ayanna Patterson, Sydney Graber, and Riley Parker about to check in for the Spartans. as Kara Geely, Julia Huey, and Brianna Lucas check out of this game for the Spartans.
Great start for Homestead on offense, knocking down multiple shots, finding the bullseye on multiple occasions. Looking really good right now.
Rory finds Coleman. Ball knocked around, stolen by Parker. Graber has it now for the Spartans. Cross half court, down low to Seifert. Seifert right below the basket. She throws up a shot. She is fouled. Oh, they called a travel on that one, actually. Thought she was able to draw the foul, but a traveling violation called on Seifert as Northside will get possession. 7-0. Homestead leads under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Coleman with the ball. She crosses the timeline for the Legends. Feeds it down low to Wiltshire. Ball tipped up in the air. Coleman somehow recovers it for Northside. Roy has it now. Guarded by Buck. Gives it over to Wiltshire along the baseline. She puts up a shot. She is fouled. Northside still scoreless in this one, but a foul committed there on Homestead.
And Wiltshire, not too much experience from the free throw line, just 2 of 6 on the season. Northside, not a very good free throw shooting team at just 51%, so they're going to have to get some of those free points to go in this one if they want to compete with Homestead.
As Michaela Wiltshire misses the first free throw, so Northside still scoreless in this one. Homestead 7, Northside 0, 3:37 to go in the first quarter. As Wiltshire, the 5'8" senior guard at the line, missed the first free throw. Second free throw, that's also no good. Nearly an air ball. Rebounded by Seifert for the Spartans. Buck has it now. She crosses the timeline. Gives it over to Parker. Back to Buck, top of the key. Graber, right corner, down low. Tries to pass to Patterson. Ball knocked around. Graber has it now. She drives inside. She puts up a shot. That rolls around. No good. Rebounded by Northside. Coleman has it for the Legends. Homestead 7, Northside 0. 3:18 to go in the first quarter. As Wiltshire has it, she loses the dribble, and she is actually fouled. I believe that was on Sydney Graber for the Spartans. So Homestead 7, Northside 0, 3:14 to go in the first quarter. Northside take the ball out of bounds under their own basket as Coleman to inbound for the Legends. She finds Mitchell. Gives it to Roy. Gave it to Coleman, but ball's going the other way. Moving screen called on Northside. That was Mitchell with a foul. Homestead 7, Northside 0, 3:11 to go in the first quarter. Buck with the ball for the Spartans. Finds Parker. Back to Buck. Seifert down low to Graber. Fakes the shot, and she puts it up, and she is fouled. So Sydney Graber with a chance at an and one as Homestead extends their lead to 9-0. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Homestead playing great defense. Very reminiscent of the game against Snyder. Held him just 20 points in the game, and I believe a scoreless first quarter.
Sydney Graber, 70% free throw shooter on the line, knocks down that one. Homestead 10, Northside 0. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Northside on offense as Roy takes it up the court for the Legends, guarded by Buck. Gives it off to Wiltshire. She drives inside, loses the ball, stolen by Seifert. Buck has it, wants to run in transition, passes to Patterson down low. She puts up the shot, and that's good. Patterson scores down low for the Spartans as Homestead extends their lead to 12-0. 2:36 to go in the first quarter over Northside. Northside back on offense, still scoreless. As Roy drives inside, kicks it out to Wiltshire for 3. She knocks it down. What a huge shot there by Northside. They actually called that a deep two-pointer. Homestead 12, Northside 2, 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Seifert down low for the Spartans. She puts up a shot. She gets it to go as she's falling down. Seifert scores for the Spartans now at 14-2, 2:12 to go in the first quarter. Northside on offense, Mitchell down low. She throws up a shot. Crazy-looking shot. Rebounded by the Spartans. That is Patterson. She pushes in transition. Does a fancy dribble move they call a carry. Double dribble. Turnover on Homestead as Solaire Starks and Haley Swing check back into this game for Homestead. There's a lot of different Northside players check in.
It's good for the Lady Legends, so they have found a way to get the lid off the basket, scoring their first points of the game. A big bucket for them. Potentially more to come.
14-2, Homestead leads over Northside. They call it a running clock issue. There's 1:39 to go in the first quarter, but I believe there's a clock issue. So Northside, they finally scored their first basket. It was a Jalen Wiltshire, very deep two-pointer. As the only basket of the game, they put 2 minutes back on the clock now. Homestead 14, Northside 2. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Northside back on offense. Coleman takes the ball up the court for the Legends, leads the team in points, rebounds, and steals. gives it over to Roy. Roy drives inside, kicks it out to Chambers. Chambers to the top of the key now, gives it over to Roy. Roy drives inside, kicks it out for Wilshire. She takes a three. That's an air ball. Long rebound was Sydney Graber trying to go for it. Ball just went out of bounds as Homestead will get the ball. 14-2, 1:36 to go in the first quarter. Starks has the ball for the Spartans. Coming off a rough shooting night against Warsaw last Tuesday, went 0 of 5 beyond the arc. Parker, that different story. She went 3 of 6 beyond the arc, 13 points. Swing in the corner now, right corner, picks up a dribble, goes inside, finds Parker down low, ball knocked around, recovered by Northside. As Coleman gets it back for the Legends, Homestead up 14-2, 1:13 to go in the first quarter. The Homestead team has 2 losses, Northside 13 on the season. As a foul is called on Homestead. I believe that was Riley Parker with the personal foul. That was their first of the game. Northside to inbound under their own basket. Coleman has it. She finds Roy, who drives inside, step back, jump shot. That's no good. Ball tipped around, recovered by Chambers for the Legends. Roy has it once again beyond the arc. Takes a wide open three. What a shot there, and boom goes the dynamite. Northside now up to 5 points in this one. Parker has the ball for the Spartans. Foul committed by Northside as he knocked down the three-pointer. 14-5. Homestead leads over Northside. 48.2 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And I said Northside might potentially be due for a big game beyond the arc. And that's a way to get it started by Julene Ruil. A good-looking three on that one.
Homestead the ball under their own basket. Patterson puts up a shot too strong. Rebounded by Swing for the Spartans. Their shot is up and good. Homestead now up to 16 points in the quarter. Northside only 5 under 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Swing now up to 4 points in this one for the Spartans. Northside on offense. Roy has it at the top of the key. She does knock down the huge three-pointer for this Legend offense. Down to 25 seconds to go. Homestead up 11, 16-5 in the first quarter. Coleman has the ball. Gives it over to Chambers. Top of the key now down to 15 seconds in the quarter. Ball knocked out of bounds by Haley Swing. Northside will still get the ball. 13.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. 16-5 is the score. Homestead leads over Northside. Northside to inbound the ball on the sideline. Roy looks for a teammate. She eventually finds Coleman as it's stolen by Parker for the Spartans. They have it. Parker goes down low. She tries to put up a shot. She is fouled. 9 seconds in the first quarter. 16-5 is the score at this moment. They call a foul on Northside. That was on Nia Coleman, the team's leading scorer, rebounder, and leads the team in steals. That was only her first foul, but Riley Parker at the line coming off a huge game against Warsaw. 3 of 6 beyond the arc as she knocks down the first free throw. Homestead extends their lead to 17-5. 9 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Homestead right now doing everything they need to do in this one, dominating this game right out of the start.
Parker's second free throw is good, so Homestead now up to 18, Northside 5, 6 seconds to go. Northside on offense. Coleman has it on the right side. She drives it inside. She tries to take a shot. She puts up a shot off the backboard. No good. Shot is up. That was Chambers at the buzzer. No good. Homestead 18, Northside 5 at the end of the first quarter. And that's going to take us to a quick break as we get ready for second quarter action in this afternoon.
Homestead Athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Marco's Pizza, located at 1345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
Arby's at Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zestos. Arby's is more than roast beef with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's at Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
And now, let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Lady Spartan basketball, right here on the Point 91 FM.
Second quarter of play about to begin. Homestead leading Northside 18-5 in girls basketball. The first game of the SAC boys-girls doubleheader. 18-5. But 8 minutes on the clock on the second quarter. Northside with the ball as they trail 13. Coleman has it for the Legends. Tries to pass to Chambers. This is a crazy-looking pass. This wasn't even tipped out of bounds, I don't believe, as Homestead will get the ball. Swing to inbound for the Spartans. 18-5, 7:53 to go in the second quarter. Sullivan has it for the Spartans over to Starks, who crosses half court. Back to Sullivan on the right side. Sullivan cross-court pass to Swing. Swing down low to Amber Austin. Starks a wide-open three. That's no good. Long rebound goes to Swing. Out to Sullivan on the right corner, down low to Patterson. Patterson below the basket. Puts up a shot. That is good. So Patterson scores for the Spartans. 20-5 is the lead now. 15-point lead for the Spartans. 7:25 to go in the second quarter. Northside on offense. Once again, Coleman has the ball for the Legends at the top of the key, guarded by Sullivan. Picks up a dribble. She now passes to Roy. Roy with the Spartan logo as she finds Chambers. Chambers, wild passes, so a couple of crazy turnovers there on Northside. As passes that weren't anywhere near their teammates as another Northside turnover. So Homestead with the ball. 25 is the score. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. 15-point lead for the Spartans. Amber Austin takes a long 2-point jump shot. No good. Rebounded by the Legends. That is Coleman. She has it. Crosses half court. Coleman picks up a dribble. Gives it back out to Chambers. Chambers takes it back beyond the arc. Over to Coleman. Once again, thought about the three. Now dribbles it. Takes it back out a little bit further beyond the arc. Coleman picks up a dribble. Gives it to Chambers. Top of the key now for Roy. She has it. Dribbles. Takes it inside the arc. Tries to feed it to her teammate. That was Coleman with the three. No good. Rebounded by Patterson for the Spartans. Gives it to Starks, who goes down low, and she just scores. Transition points for the Spartans. 22-5 is the score now. 6:15 to go in the second quarter. Northside trailing by 17. 6:10 to go in the second quarter. Foul there committed on Homestead. I believe that was Haley Swing with the foul, as Northside to inbound on the sideline. That was Haley Swing's first personal foul. Northside to inbound as Roy, she finds Chambers. Gives it off to Coleman. Goes inside. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by the Spartans. Patterson once again. Rebound fought for, actually. Patterson dives for Northside. Somehow recovers it. Chambers puts up a shot for Northside. Starks gets the rebound. Secures it for the Spartans. She crosses the timeline. Starks goes down low. Does a fancy dribble move. Misses the shot under the basket, as it will be going the other way. Northside ball. I believe there was a... That was on Ayanna Patterson with the offensive foul. That was only her first of the game, so Homestead up 22-5, 5:49 to go in the second quarter. Legends ball. Chambers takes it up the court for Northside. Coleman on the right side. Back to Chambers once again. Ball knocked around, stolen by Patterson for the Spartans. She has a wide open lane. Can't she dunk it? Oh, she nearly got up to the rim as she lays it in the wide open layup. 24-5, 5:30 to go in the second quarter. Roy has it at the timeline for Northside. She goes inside, gives it back out to Chambers on the left corner. Roy, a step back jumper, that's too strong. Offensive rebound goes to Chambers. And that was actually Reed who put up the shot, as she will go to the line for 2 free throws. The personal foul is committed on Ayanna Patterson. That is her second foul.
So Patterson having a huge impact on this game, but a couple of fouls. However, Homestead is up 24-5, so it might not matter.
Homestead up 24-5, 5:13 to go in the second quarter, as Reed missed a free throw that, well, it wasn't an air ball, but it didn't hit the rim.
It hit the backboard. A lot of backboard, that's for sure.
Second free throw for Reed, only 2 of 4 from the line now. She knocks down that one, so 3 of 6 now at the line on the season. Homestead 24, Northside 6, 5:10 to go in the second quarter. Geely with the ball for the Spartans. Gives it over to Sullivan. Now at Huey. Lucas has it inside the arc. Geely on the left side. Swing has it. Huey back to Sullivan. Sullivan picks up her dribble, gives it off to Huey. Top of the key. Geely on the left side. Geely drives inside, kicks it out for Swing. Huey has it, passes to Lucas. Swing, a wide open three. Got it! Haley Swing, the senior, with the shot. Homestead extends their lead 27-6 now. 4:40 to go in the second quarter. Northside trailing by 21 right now, about halfway into the second quarter. As Coleman tries to do a fancy dribble move inside. A foul is committed on Homestead. It wasn't a shooting foul, but I believe she will go to the line. Coleman, the team's leading scorer, leads the team in rebounds, steals, as well as Riley Parker and Sydney Graber check in for the Spartans as Grace Sullivan and Haley Swinger just knocked down that three-pointer, takes a seat on the bench.
There is one negative about the way Homestead's playing. They have fouled quite a bit so far, 7 fouls here in the second quarter.
As Trinity Mitchell and Michaela Wilcher check in this game for Northside. Homestead up 27-6, 4:29 to go in the second quarter. Free throw for Coleman. Coming up for Northside, the 1-and-1. She misses the first, but she gets her own rebound as she puts up another shot. That's no good. Rebounded by Graber. The Spartans have it. Gives it off to Geely on the left side. The left corner now drives along the baseline, gives it off to Lucas. A mid-range jump shot. That's no good. Rebounded by Mitchell. Gives it off to her teammate Coleman. Now Northside back on offense as Roy takes a mid-range jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Huey for the Spartans. Over to Geely now. Geely crosses the timeline along the left side, goes behind her back, takes it back out now to Huey. Lucas at the free throw line. Graber left corner, back to Geely. Huey has it over to Parker on the right side. Graber below the basket. She puts up a shot. She is fouled. Homestead currently up 27-6, 3:50 to go in the second quarter.
Northside has put up a fairly solid effort on the defensive end, but Homestead, they're just shutting down Northside. They can't do anything on offense. Just 6 points so far.
That foul was on Mitchell. That was her second. So Graber at the line for the Spartans. The first free throw rolls around, and that is good. Homestead extends their lead to 22 points right now. 28-6 is the score. 3:50 to go in the second quarter. Graber's second free throw is up, and that was good. As Smith checks into this game for Northside, as Chambers checks out. Homestead 29, Northside 6, a 23-point lead for the Spartans. About 3:45 to go in the second quarter. Coleman has the ball at the top of the key, guarded by Parker for Northside. Roy has it now. Bounce pass over to Coleman on the left side. Picks up her dribble, gives it off to Wilcher. Wilcher, crazy move. She goes inside as she draws the foul. She just went all over the court right there inside the arc, but she draws the foul. She will get a couple of free throws coming up. The foul was on Julia Huey. That was her first of the game.
Northside getting a lot of free throws, just aren't hitting too many of them.
This team only a 51% free throw shooting team coming into this game. Not the greatest. Homestead about 66% as Wilcher misses the first free throw. So Homestead still with a 23-point lead. Wilcher's second free throw, and that is also no good. So 23-point lead for the Spartans. About 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Parker with the ball for the Spartans. Gives it off to Huey on the right side as she is fouled by Wilcher. Just missed those 2 free throws.
A lot of fouls so far in this one. It's been a tough, hard-fought game from both sides.
So Huey at the line for the Spartans. She's actually not even attempted a free throw this season. That was her first one. She misses it. Graber goes down low. She gets the rebound for the Spartans after Huey misses a free throw. She scores down low, so Homestead extends their lead to 25 points. 31-6 is the score. 3:10 to go in the second quarter. Coleman takes the ball up the court for Northside. Gives it off to Smith as Coleman takes a 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Wilcher. Dangerous pass goes to Coleman, who's at the top of the key, gets a screen from Mitchell. Ball stolen by Parker. The Spartans have it. Parker crosses half court, gives it off to Geely. Graber in the left corner. She takes a 3. That's too strong. Rebound goes to Wilcher for the Legends. Now Coleman with it. 31-6, 2:35 to go in the second quarter. Homestead leads it over Northside. Rory with the ball at the top of the key. She finds Smith. Back to Roy. Roy drives inside, kicks it out for Wilcher. Dangerous bounce pass for Coleman, the team's leading scorer. She drives inside, gives it off to Smith. That shot was no good. Rebound is fought for. A crazy sequence as Homestead comes away with the ball somehow. Graber crosses the timeline. Cross-court pass for Riley Parker. A wide-open 3. That's good. She knocks down the three-pointer. Riley Parker went 3 of 6 beyond the arc. Tuesday night against Warsaw, knocks down a three-pointer there. 34-6, 1:52 to go in the half. Coleman with the ball now, gives it off to Roy. Mitchell has it. Back to Roy. Roy drives inside, step back, jump shot. That's no good. Rebound goes to Spartans. Riley Parker has it. Geely wants to put in transition with the Spartans on the left side. Geely picks up a dribble, gives it to Lucas. Out to Parker, left corner, three now. Bullseye! What a shot there by Riley Parker. She knocks down back-to-back three-pointers on opposite ends of the court for the Spartans. So Riley Parker had a rough 10-game stretch or so for the Spartans, as I believe 10 games ago, not counting today, was the last time she was in double figures, as she scored 13 points Tuesday night against Warsaw, I believe, as she knocked down a couple threes the past few possessions, as Homestead extends their lead 37-6, 1:28 to go in the second quarter.
And Riley Parker with a couple of big shots. She got a wide open three, got it through the hoop, got another wide open three, and got it again. So Riley Parker right now shooting some of the best she has all year.
This is good for this Homestead team, for someone to step up and finally knock down some shots, because it seemed like she was regularly scoring over 10 points or so. Her season high is 22 points. That was in a 50-point win over Jay County. That was earlier on in the season. Now Northside with the ball. Currently trailed by 31 points, 37-6, 1:25 to go in the second quarter. Coleman has it for the Legends. Top of the key, guarded by Sullivan. Gets a screen. Now on the right side, picks up a dribble. Can't find a teammate. She eventually gives it to Mitchell. Finds Roy on the left side, drives along the baseline. Gives it back to Mitchell. Shot is blocked. Geely has it for the Spartans. Geely crosses the timeline. Gives it off to Graber on the left corner. Sullivan, beyond the arc, takes a shot as she knocks down a very deep two-pointer. A good-looking shot there from Sullivan. Homestead extends their lead to 33 points, 39-6. About 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. Northside back on offense, only 6 points in this first half. Coleman has it. Takes it back beyond the arc. Picks up her dribble, can't find anyone. She eventually gets it to Roy. Back to Coleman. Over to Roy now on the left side. Down to 30 seconds. As Roy takes a three-pointer, that is no good. Rebound eventually gets to Roy. Gets her own rebound somehow. Takes a right corner three. Does Roy. She misses it. Northside with another offensive rebound as Coleman has it now. She passes down low to Mitchell as Coleman gets her own shot and misses again. Another offensive rebound for Northside, down to 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. Coleman has the ball for the Legends, and a foul is finally committed. Grace Sullivan, I believe, but Northside got about 3 or 4 offensive rebounds there.
Northside had a chance to cut into some of this Homestead lead. They got a lot to cut into, down 39-6, but they can all start with Nia Coleman knocking down some free throws here.
39-6 is the score, 7.3 seconds to go in the second quarter as Coleman misses the free throw. So Homestead back on transition. Geely with the ball for the Spartans, down to 2 seconds, 1 second. Buck, a left corner three at the buzzer. That was very close, no good. Good shot there by Buck to get it off in time, but Homestead leads 39-6 at the half over Northside, and what a dominant performance on both sides of the ball Homestead played in that first half.
Well, what a performance indeed. I know Homestead's playing a fairly weak Northside Lady Legends squad, but they played worse this year. I think it's one of the best halves of basketball I've seen from the Spartans this season. Shot the ball very well. Some of the best ball playing I've seen. A lot of the seniors got out there that don't necessarily play a lot, but they played good. So Homestead was some good ball and good offense, and the defense, one of their best defensive halves of the year as well, holding Northside to 6 points. I mean, obviously, not an offensive juggernaut they're going against, but they have held them to 6 points, which is impressive no matter who you're playing.
And that will take us to the conclusion of the first half as Homestead leads Northside 39-6, a 33-point lead for the Spartans. And when we come back, we'll take a look at the leading scores for each team, along with what each team needs to do differently in the second half. So stay tuned. You're listening to the home of Homestead Spartan basketball, the Point 91 FM.
Homestead athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Arby's of Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zesto's. Arby's is more than roast beef, with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, and chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's of Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
Casa Italian Restaurants, family owned and operated since 1977, with 4 Fort Wayne locations: West Jefferson Boulevard, DuPont Road, Parnell Avenue, and Stellhorn Road. Featuring the Casa Bro salad, wood-burning brick oven pizzas, and over 30 pasta selections. dine-in or carry-out available, or let Casa cater your next special occasion. Find more information at CasaRestaurants.com or by following Casa on Facebook and Twitter. Casa Italian Restaurants, a proud sponsor of WCYT Sports Broadcasts.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard, next to Dunkin' Donuts Baskin Robbins. You can contact Moe's by calling 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in southwestern foods like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers. You can visit Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead athletic coverage on our station.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
We all come together and stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
And now let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Lady Spartan basketball right here on the Point 91 FM.
Welcome back live to Homestead High School as the Homestead Lady Spartans currently lead over Northside 39-6, a 33-point lead at the half for this Homestead Lady Spartans squad, ranked second in the class of 4A, only 2 losses on the season. This Northside team 5-13 overall, only 1 conference win over Wayne, a team that Homestead beat by, I believe, 58 points in the early stages of the season. Not really much to say in the first half about that one, as Homestead currently has a 33-point lead over Northside. Not expected to be the closest of games, and it definitely wasn't in that first half. I believe Homestead led 18-5 at the end of the first quarter. So Northside, they only scored 1 point in the second quarter. What a first half that was, Donnie.
What a first half indeed if you're a Homestead fan for Northside. Not close at all. They got killed in that first half straight up, and I don't really expect anything different in the second half. Homestead came out there. Even a lot of people that don't normally play much, some of the reserves, but they still looked far better than anyone on Northside. So a complete dominant performance for Homestead in the first half.
Actually, the game started out with the Julia Huey three-pointer. Only shoots about 27% from 3, 9 of 33 beyond the arc coming into this one, but she knocked down a three-pointer to start the game as Homestead got out to a 3-0 lead. And you may be wondering why Julia Huey was starting. She only averages about 1.8 points per game on the season. It is senior night at Homestead High School, so all the seniors, well, at least 5 of the 7 seniors, started this game, as quickly Liv Seifert and Sophia Buck checked into the game a few minutes after the game had started. And Donnie, I believe you have a scoring summary.
Well, I'm going to start things off for Northside because this should be very short. Julene Roy had 3 points. Shaylin Wiltshire had 2, and Samaya Reed had 1, and that was it. 6 points in the first half. So not a legendary offensive performance for the Northside Lady Legends in the first half. For the Homestead Spartans, it was a balanced scoring attack. 9 different players scoring for him, and the lead all scorers was Riley Parker with 8. Hit the bullseye a couple of times from 3. Haley Swing and Sydney Graber each had 7. Ayanna Patterson, the standout freshman, had 6. Julia Huey with 3, and Solaire Starks, Grace Sullivan, Bree Lucas, and Liv Seifert each had 2. So an all-around good offensive performance for Homestead in the first half. Cannot say the same thing about Northside.
You definitely cannot, as Homestead currently leads 39-6 at the half, a 33-point lead going into this break. This is a Northside team that averages about 39, or right under 40 points per game, 39.8 points per game to be exact, and it's going to take a lot of work in the second half for them to even get near that.
It's going to take a lot of work. I don't expect them to reach their season average of 39.8 points, which you think wouldn't be that hard, but against Homestead, a team that's probably the best defensive team in the area, maybe one of the best in the state, if not the best, it's very tough to reach your season average, and only 6 points at the half. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they'll score more than 6 in the second half, but it won't be enough to reach 39.
I agree with you, and we're going to take another break as Homestead currently leading 39-6 over Northside. 33-point lead for the Spartans. Second half is coming up in about 3.5 minutes or so.
Homestead athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Arby's of Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zesto's. Arby's is more than roast beef, with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, and chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's of Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
Casa Italian Restaurants, family owned and operated since 1977, with 4 Fort Wayne locations: West Jefferson Boulevard, DuPont Road, Parnell Avenue, and Stellhorn Road, featuring the Casa Burro salad, wood-burning brick oven pizzas, and over 30 pasta selections. Dine-in or carry-out available, or let Casa cater your next special occasion. Find more information at CasaRestaurants.com or by following Casa on Facebook and Twitter. Casa Italian Restaurants, a proud sponsor of WCYT Sports Broadcasts.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard, next to Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins. You can contact Moe's by calling 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in Southwestern foods like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers. You can visit Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead athletic coverage on our station.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
We all come together and stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
And now let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Lady Spartan basketball right here on the Point 91 FM.
Second half of action about to begin in about 15 seconds or so, but Homestead currently leading 39-6, a 33-point lead at the half for Homestead over Northside. Homestead 20-2 on the season, 7-0 in the SAC as Homestead with the ball to start the second half. As I believe it is all the seniors out there except for Ayanna Patterson, but Patterson with the ball takes a left baseline jump shot. That's no good. Rebounded by Seifert. She puts up a shot. That's good. So Seifert scores to start the half for the Spartans as they extend their lead 41-6, 7:43 to go in the third quarter. Northside back on offense. Coleman has the ball for the Legends. Top of the key. Gives it off to Roy. She dribbles to the top of the key. Gives it over to Wilcher now. She drives inside. Ball tipped around. They say a foul is called. Seifert knocked the ball away, but a foul is called. That was a foul on Liv Seifert. That was her second. Northside inbound under their own basket. Mitchell gets it on the right side. Coleman has it now. Roy has it top of the key, guarded by Buck. Gives it off to Wilcher. Back to Roy. She's on the right side now. She dribbles top of the key, drives inside. She puts up a wild-looking shot. No good. Rebounded by Seifert for the Spartans. Starks has it now. Cross-court pass to Swing under the basket. She puts up a shot. That is no good. Ball was knocked away from her as Homestead will still get the ball under their own basket. 41-6. Homestead leads 7:06 to go in the third quarter. A 35-point lead for the Spartans as Buck to inbound under her own basket for the Spartans. She can't find anyone. She eventually just finds Swing. Back to Starks to the top of the key. Buck on the right side now. Starks top of the key. She takes a three. That's no good. Rebounded. Fought for. Swing gets it for the Spartans. She throws up another shot. Seifert gets another offensive rebound as she's finally fouled. So Homestead got a couple of offensive rebounds on that possession to extend it as Liv Seifert will go to the line. She's only a 45% free throw shooter from the line, 10 of 22 on the season. Homestead leading 41-6, 6:53 to go in the third quarter. Seifert's first free throw is up, and that was good. So Homestead now out by 36. Seifert, her second free throw. That's also good. So 2 for 2 at the line for Liv Seifert as Homestead extends their lead to 37 points. 43-6 is the score over Northside. Coleman takes the ball up the court for the Legends. Top of the key. She drives inside, now gives it out to Wilcher. She throws up a shot. That's no good. Rebounded by Starks for the Spartans. She crosses half court. She pulls up from a mid-range jump shot. That's no good. Too strong. Rebounded by Seifert. She throws up another shot. Patterson gets the offensive rebound. She's much taller than everyone else. It's kind of funny. There were about 4 Northside defenders right there. She's about a foot taller than all of them. Northside somehow gets the ball on that one. So 43-6 is the score. 6:27 to go in the third quarter. Homestead leads this one. Coleman crosses half court for Northside. Top of the key, gives it off to Roy on the right side. Top of the key, guarded by Buck. Picks up a dribble, gives it off to Coleman. Right side, she takes a deep three. That's no good. Rebound goes to Roy. She takes a shot. That's no good. As Coleman gets her own rebound, as ball knocked around again. Northside a few offensive rebounds of their own, but ball tipped out of bounds as Homestead will get the ball. Seifert to inbound for the Spartans. 43-6 is the score. Homestead leads over Northside. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. This has been an exciting one if you're a Homestead fan, not so much if you're a Northside fan. Starks the ball, gives it to Patterson down low. Patterson puts up a shot that rolls around the rim and that falls in. 45-6 is the score. About 5:45 left in the third quarter over Northside. Homestead's offense playing very well in this one. Northside's, well, their offense has been struggling on this one.
A little bit.
Wilcher gives it off to Roy now on the right side. Top of the key, gives it off to Wilcher. A foul is called on Homestead. I believe that one will go on Ayanna Patterson as Sydney Graber and Kara Geely check in for Liv Seifert and Sophia Buck.
Homestead dominating this one, 45-6. I expected a blowout, but not this bad.
5:30 to go in the third quarter. You mentioned the 39-point lead for the Spartans. As Coleman goes inside, she misses a shot. Ball knocked out of bounds by Solaire Stark, so Northside will keep possession. Down by 39. About 5:23 left in the third quarter. Roy to inbound under her own basket, the 5'9" senior guard. Ball knocked around once again as Northside somehow keeps possession. Coleman has it, spinning around looking for a player. Stolen by Swing for the Spartans. She has a wide open lane as she eventually scores the layup. 47-6 is the score now. Spartans lead this one. Just over 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Northside back on offense. Roy has it. Roy drives inside, kicks it back out for Wilcher. Gives it to Mitchell now. Ball stolen by the Spartans. Another steal for this Homestead team. Geely pushes in transition, gives it to Starks for a wide open layup as Homestead scores with ease once again. 49-6. The lead is right now over Northside. 4:40 to go in the third quarter. And what do you think Northside coach Jamie Wops is telling her team right now to get back in this one?
To fight, because there's nothing they can do to get back in this one, but just go out there and put forth a good effort. But this one's all over, and we'd be lying if we said it wasn't.
You don't ever want to give up on a team during a broadcast, but when Homestead's up by 43 points and Just about 12 minutes of total play left. About 4:40 left in the third quarter and about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It'll take quite a bit for this Northside team to come back from a 43-point deficit. Only 6 points total in this one. They had 5 in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter. They have not scored this quarter at all. Homestead's offense playing very, very well in this one. They're just about 14 points away from their season average of 63. Coleman for Northside. She gives it off to Roy. Top of the key now gets a screen from Coleman. Roy takes the three-pointer. That's an air ball. Coleman tries to save it, but the Spartans end up with it. Geely has it now for Homestead. She crosses half court, gives it to Starks on the left side. She takes a three. That's no good. Rebounded by Northside. That is Roy. Northside back on offense. She crosses the timeline, does Roy. One-handed pass for Wilcher. She takes a shot that's went over the backboard, but somehow the Spartans get the ball. Sydney Graber tries to pass down to Haley Swing, but a good defensive play there by Roy. She knocks it out of bounds, prevent the easy score in transition as quite a few Northside players about to check in. They're going to swap their entire lineup. So 49-6 is the score, 4:04 in the third quarter.
Northside in need of a legendary comeback right now. Let's see the Legends have it in them.
Graber takes a right corner three. That's no good. Rebounded. Goes to Geely. Actually, it's fought for. Geely had it for a minute. They call it a jump ball on this one. Geely nearly had it for the Spartans, but a jump ball is called, but it will stick with Homestead as they have a 43-point lead under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter over Northside. Homestead amounts to Patterson. She goes under the basket, puts up a shot that rolls around in the rim and falls in. Homestead now up to 51 on this one. Northside still stuck at that 6-point mark.
It'll be interesting to see if Northside can reach double digits in this one.
Chambers on the right side. Takes it back out, guarded by a much taller Geely. Kiesler now hasn't played in this one. Chambers at the top of the key for Northside. Gets a screen. On the right side, step back three. Nope. Thought about it, didn't take it. Kiesler now has it. She drives inside. Puts up a shot. That's no good. Rebounded by the Spartans. That is Haley Swing, the senior. Cross-court pass down to Sydney Graber. That was too strong. As a rare turnover for Homestead. They haven't had too many tonight, but that was an unforced error there for the Spartans. As Riley Parker and Bree Lucas check in for the Spartans.
And watching Northside play, one question does come to mind, and that is who the 5 teams they've beaten are this year.
51-6 is the score. 3:12 to go in the third quarter. Legends on offense. Smith has it. Gives it off to Chambers. She takes it back beyond the arc. Geely nearly stole it. Chambers goes inside, throws up a shot. She is fouled. And she will go to the line to shoot a few free throws, see if Northside can get out of this 6-point mark they've been stuck on for quite a while.
Yeah, Northside, they've gotten quite a few free throws in this one, but still only at 6 points. Haven't shot a very high percentage at the line. Let's see if they can get some here.
Free throw is no good by Chambers. She's about a 52% free throw shooter on the season, but misses that one. So Northside still at 6. Homestead with a 45-point lead, 3:02 left in the third quarter. Second free throw is good. Northside. They get another point now to 7 in this one. First point in nearly a quarter and a half. Graber on the left side for the Spartans. Now Parker has it down low to Patterson. Patterson goes inside, puts up a shot, rolls around on the rim once again, and it is good. Patterson getting a lot of lucky rolls tonight as she scores another basket. Homestead now 53-7, 2:42 to go in the third quarter. This has not been a very close game. Based alone on the score. Chambers has it at the top of the key for the Legends. Now on the right corner. She finds Smith. Back to the top of the key. The Northside team not afraid to slow it down on offense. Chambers takes a deep three. That is no good. Rebounded by Lucas, and the Spartans have it. Geely pushes in transition. Gives it to Parker. Left corner three. Oh, in and out. Nearly went in for a three for Riley Parker, but rebounded by Northside. That is Chambers. Wants to slow it up now. Her team down by 46. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Chambers drives inside. Kicks it back out. And stolen by Geely. Graber has a wide open lane under the basket. She scores the transition points. Once again, Northside not able to do anything about it. Homestead now up to 55 points. Northside at 7. They were on 6 for a while. They knocked down a free throw to make it a 7, so got to be proud of this team just racking up the points. As Northside back on offense, Kiesler has it, thought about the shot, knocked away, and stolen by Sydney Graber. Passes to Riley Parker, was another wide open lane. She scores the layup with ease once again. This Northside team not able to do anything about it. 57-7 is the score. 50-point lead for the Spartans. 1:22 left in the third quarter. Timeout is called by Northside, and we're going to take it with them as Homestead leads 57.
Homestead Athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Marco's Pizza, located at 1345 Illinois Road inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
Welcome back live to Homestead High School. I'm Matt Saalfrank alongside Donnie Harmon. Homestead girls ranked second in Class 4A, currently leading 57-7 over Northside. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Northside on offense. As Roy has it, she drives inside along the left side. Ball knocked around. Roy gets the ball. Gives it off to Chambers. Now a deep three-pointer. Oh, what a shot there by Chambers as she knocks down a really deep three. Northside now up to 10 points in this one. Homestead back on offense. Geely in the left corner. Drives inside. She is denied by Reed as Northside with the ball. Having some momentum now. Chambers does knock down the huge three-pointer. Northside back on offense. Chambers picks up a dribble. Can't find anyone. She eventually gets it back on the right side. Now guarded by Sullivan. Loses the ball. Recovers it. Throws it over to Roy. Ball stolen by Homestead. Parker has it. Sullivan now for the Spartans. Cross-court pass to Lucas down low as she is fouled by Roy. Just wanted to prevent Homestead scoring another easy basket, but 57-10 is the score now. Homestead leads 31.1 seconds left in the third quarter.
Big for Northside, though, to get to double digits. That says a lot about their offense.
Lucas at the line for the Spartans. Her first free throw is no good. Lucas about a 70% free throw shooter on the season. Missed the first one, so Homestead still at 57 points. Second free throw is up, and that's good. So Lucas knocks down the second free throw. 1 and 2 at the line in that trip. 58-10 is the score. Under 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Northside back on offense. Chambers has it. Gives it to Reed. Back to Chambers at the top of the key. Ball knocked around. Sullivan almost stole it. Down to 15 seconds. Foul is committed on Homestead, I believe, on Grace Sullivan. So Northside not quite in the bonus. It was on Sullivan as Northside will just get the ball under their own basket. No shooting foul and not in the bonus quite yet as Chambers inbounds to Roy. Down to 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Homestead a 48-point lead. Roy has it on the right side. Takes it back out, down to 5 seconds left. Stolen by Graber, down to 4. Graber under the basket. She scores with 2 seconds left in the quarter. Northside will not get a shot off, so Homestead put up an impressive amount of points in that third quarter as they extend their lead to 50 points. 60-10 is the score. I repeat, 60-10, a 50-point lead for Homestead after 3 quarters, and what a dominant performance by the Spartans in that quarter.
Well, what a dominant performance this whole game. Northside played probably their best offensive quarter there, 4 points, but that's not saying much. They only have 10 on the scoreboard right now. Homestead just dominating this one. I think if Northside got a point for every turnover, they'd be pretty close to Homestead, but unfortunately they don't. So Homestead running away with this one. And it seemed like every possession for Northside ended in a steal and a fast break lane on the other end for Homestead. Had to be double-digit turnovers for Northside in that quarter.
Yes, it was. That was basically the entire quarter, just Northside turning the ball over and Homestead scoring in transition. Northside not able to take care of the ball too well. They only averaged about 16 turnovers per game on the season. Homestead, they still averaged 11, but I believe they've had 8 the past 2 games combined. They only had 2 turnovers in that win against Warsaw, so they've been taking care of the ball very well in recent games as Homestead will get the ball on the sideline as it is Lucas, Huey, Sullivan, Geely, and Austin out there for the Spartans. Actually, it's Northside ball. 60-10 is the score. 50-point lead for the Spartans heading into the fourth quarter. Coleman takes it for the Legends. You would think if you're Northside, if you get to 20 points, you'd be happy in this one, but that Seems like a long shot, only have 10 through 3 quarters. Chambers has it, gives it down low to Roy. She takes it back out beyond the arc now. Kiesler back to Roy. Over to Coleman now, the team's leading scorer. She does a fancy spin move, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Sullivan for the Spartans. She's swarmed by 2 Northside defenders. She eventually gives it off to Geely. Geely crosses the timeline, gives it to Sullivan for the Spartans. Huey, top of the key. You know she wants to take another 3. Geely, a left side 3. That's no good. Rebounded. Goes to Austin. The offensive rebound. The putback is good. So the offensive rebound goes to Amber Austin. She scores with the putback. 62-10. The lead is now for Homestead. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter over Northside. Coleman the ball for the Legends. Dribbles to the right side of the court now. Ball is stolen easily away there by Amber Austin. Sullivan with the ball now for the Spartans. She finds Geely on the right corner. Takes another 3. That's no good. Geely has it again. Back to Sullivan on the top of the key. You know Geely wants to take another 3. She does. She can't seem to hit it. She's missed quite a few there. She can take another 3 as Sullivan gets the offensive rebound. She takes another 3. That's no good. Another offensive rebound for the Spartans as Amber Austin finally scores down low. That was about 4 offensive rebounds. Sullivan is giving it back out to Kara Geely. Wasn't able to knock down the 3, unfortunately, but a crazy sequence to see there. You don't really see the same play run over and over and over again after you get an offensive rebound. But Homestead up 64-10, 6:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Northside on offense. Coleman has it in the right quarter. She drives along the baseline, puts up a shot. Shot is no good. Tipped out of bounds. They say it went off of Northside. So Homestead ball. Sophia Buck checks into this one for the Spartans as Kara Geely checks out.
And going back to the other possession, that was crazy. Kara Geely, I think she had about 4 3-pointers there consecutive off of offensive rebounds. Missed them all, and eventually Homestead just laid it back in off the glass.
Sullivan takes the ball up the court for the Spartans. The team up by 54. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Buck has the ball for the Spartans, who just checked in. Huey, a left side 3. That's short. Another rebound goes to Amber Austin. She puts up a shot. Is no good. I believe they will call an offensive foul on Homestead, as Northside will get the ball. That was on Lucas. The offensive foul was called on. Northside ball. They trail by 54 points. 64-10 is the score as of right now. 5:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Chambers takes the ball up the court. Gives it off to Roy. A deep 3-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Amber Austin. She's been getting quite a few rebounds in the second half. Sullivan now has it on the right side of the court. Gives it off to Buck on the right side. She drives inside. The ball is stolen away by Homestead as Roy has it. She goes down low. Can Northside score here? Chambers puts up a shot that is no good. Ball tipped around. Northside recovers it. Chambers has it beyond the arc. Drives inside now. Double teamed by 2 Homestead defenders. Crazy pass out as Wilcher recovers it for Northside. Coleman the ball now. The team's leading scorer. Goes behind her back. Goes inside. Puts up a shot as she is fouled. A shooting foul is called there on Homestead as she will go to the line to maybe get some more points for this Northside team. Only 10 in this one so far. 64-10 is the score. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. That foul was on Julia Huey. That was her second personal foul. Not like the fouls are really going to matter at this point. Already a 54-point lead. First free throw is up and good by Coleman.
Northside out. Throw like that could be just what Northside needs to get into a bit of a rhythm and make this a ball game.
Northside now to 11 on this game. Second free throw is no good. Lucas the rebound for the Spartans. Sullivan has it. She crosses the timeline. Gives it off to Buck. A left corner 3 for Buck. She knocks it down. What a shot there by Sophia Buck. Doesn't take too many 3-pointers. I believe that was her first made 3-pointer on the season. Now 1 of 7 overall for the senior. As Roy has it on the left side, gives it off to Wilcher. She takes a 3. That's way off. Rebound goes to Lucas for the Spartans. Sullivan has it. She crosses the timeline now. At the top of the key, gives it off to Amber Austin down low. She scores once again. Amber Austin. Another basket for the Spartans as Homestead extends this lead to 69-11. A 58-point lead right now. 4:17 to go in the fourth quarter. Northside on offense. Coleman has the ball top of the key, guarded by Huey. Tries to do a fancy dribble move. She loses the ball. Ball fought for on the ground. Another jump ball is called as it is Homestead's possession. Liv Seifert about to check into this game for the Spartans. As she checks in for Brianna Lucas for the Spartans. Homestead ball on the sideline leading 69-11, 4:04 to go in the fourth quarter.
And right now, Karagili, the only scoreless Spartan on this game. Everyone else has put their name in the stat sheet.
This has by far been Homestead's best defensive performance of the season. They've allowed 20 points twice in the game against Wayne and Snyder, but nothing less than that. Northside currently at 11 under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Seifert takes a right corner three. Oh, the place would have gone nuts if she would have knocked that down. Not really a three-point shooter is Seifert. Northside the ball. Ball is stolen away easily by Sullivan as Northside somehow recovers it. Roy has it in the right corner. Ball tipped around. Northside will still have the ball. 69-11, 3:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Northside with the ball, and that last play for the Spartans, we don't really see Seifert take too many shots outside the paint, but she tried to take a right corner three, nearly knocked it down. Just off by a little bit. Northside ball under their own basket as Mitchell has it for the Legends. Gives it to Roy in the right corner. Now drives inside the paint, kicks it out to Wilcher. A three, that's no good. Rebound goes to the Spartans as Huey has it for Homestead. Buck now gives it off to Sullivan, who takes it up the court, now crosses half court. Gives it off to Huey, over to Seifert. Thought about the three. Gives it off to Buck across the court. Buck drives inside, gives it to Seifert down low, who puts up a shot. That's no good. Rebound goes to Northside. That is Coleman. Coleman tries to pass it to her teammate Roy. They say it was tipped out of bounds by Buck. So Northside will still have the ball. Down 69-11, 3:09 to go in the fourth quarter. Northside ball on the sideline as Mitchell gives it off to Roy, who leads the team in assists and turnovers. Roy takes a deep two-point jump shot, and she knocks it down. Very deep two-point shot there. So now Northside now up to 13 points in this one. Sullivan the ball for the Spartans, gives it to Buck. A left side three. Buck! Bullseye! Sophia Buck knocks down the three-pointer for the Spartans, who are now up to 72 points in this one. 72-13 is the score. 2:40 to go in the fourth quarter. As Roy drives inside, takes a step-back jump shot. No good. Rebound goes to Austin. Sullivan now has it for the Spartans. Wide open Huey, as the pass was a little bit too strong. Huey was wide open under the basket, but too strong of a pass as Northside will get the ball. 72-13 is the lead for Homestead. 2:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Roy takes the ball up the court for the Legends. Dribbles to the right side of the court, guarded by Buck, gets a screen. Gives it off to Coleman, who puts up a shot. She is swatted by Huey. Spartan ball. Sullivan takes it up the court for Homestead. Looks for someone. Finds Huey, takes a three. That's no good. Rebound eventually goes to Sullivan for the Spartans. A wide open lane underneath the basket. She misses the shot as Seifert misses another shot as Amber Austin gets a third offensive rebound, and she scores, and she is fouled. The offensive rebounding numbers in this game is crazy. Amber Austin, quite a few of them, as she makes the basket and will go to the line. 74-13 is the lead for Homestead. 1:58 to go in the fourth quarter.
What a game for Homestead. They put in the reserves, the seniors, and they're dominating. Can't be stopped right now.
Austin knocks down the free throw. What a big game for her in this one. 75-13 is the score. 1:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Homestead's season high is 91 points. I do not believe they will get to this about 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, but still a great offensive performance as Roy pulls up for a deep three, and she got it. What a shot there by Julian Roy. Northside now up to 16 points in this one, slowly adding to their total.
It's raining buckets.
Huey the ball over to Sullivan on the right side. Sullivan is trapped. She finds Seifert. Ball knocked around. Huey gets it. Gives it to Buck on the left corner for another three. That is no good. Amber Austin got a hand in there as it's knocked out of bounds, but it will go to Northside. 75-16 is the score. 1:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Homestead leads over Northside. Northside. That is Roy has the ball on the left side. She pulls up for another deep three. That's no good. Rebound goes to Sullivan. That one was way off as Buck gets the ball for the Spartans. Wants to slow it down now. Sullivan has it on the right side. Sullivan, Huey, left side three. That's too strong. Rebound goes to Seifert as She puts up a shot, but it was knocked away, so Northside will get the ball. As ball knocked around, Coleman has it now. She crosses the timeline. Above the arc, Roy has it. Northside likely, well, I guess they're attacking on offense now. I thought they would just hold the ball out to Homestead. Couldn't score any more points, but a foul was committed on Homestead. It is a 1-and-1 situation. That was on Sophia Buck, was the foul. That was her first.
Northside with a bit of a chance to reach 20, so a bit of a milestone for the Legends. 47.8 seconds left. Get a couple of free throws here. Get a turnover, and things can happen.
First free throw is missed by Northside, so Buck with the ball for the Spartans. She gives it off to Sullivan. Buck has it now. Down to 40 seconds left. Homestead 75, Northside 16. Sullivan, a left corner three. She knocks it down. What a shot there by Grace Sullivan. Homestead up to 78 points on offense in this one. Northside only 16, about 25 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. This has probably been one of the best games for Homestead this season as Roy took the shot. She was swatted away. Roy gets the ball back down to 15 seconds. Roy is swatted again, away again as Coleman has the ball now. She takes a shot. She's blocked, or it was tipped or something. Homestead with the ball. Sullivan wants to push down to 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Will Homestead score again? Ball knocked around. Northside with the ball. Roy takes a shot at the buzzer. No good. Homestead wins this one, 78-16. What a performance from the Spartans in that one. That is their best defensive performance on the season. Their previous low was 20 points. They held the team to was Snyder and Wayne. Now 16 points. They hold Northside to. And what a performance on both sides of the ball for this team.
They dominated that one. Offense, defense, Homestead clicking on all facets. They moved the ball around. They knocked down threes at an efficient rate. What did Homestead not do right in this one?
Well, it was a great performance from this Homestead team, and that will take us to the conclusion of Game 1 of 2 in tonight's SAC doubleheader on the .91 FM. Once again, your final score is Homestead 78, Northside 16. The Lady Spartans move to 21-2 on the season, 8-0 in the conference. The next girls' game is
by their parents. In alphabetical order, first up tonight, Sophia Buck. Sophia's parents are Steve and Stacy Buck. This is her 4th year on the basketball team. Sophia has participated in track and field for 3 years and is a Champions Together leader. She has been a distinguished honor roll and honor roll student. Sophia is a member of the National Honor Society. She will continue her track career at Purdue University, Fort Wayne, and study business management next year. Sophia Buck. Our next senior, Kara Gilly. Kara's parents are Dave and Rachel Gilly. This is her 4th year as a varsity member on the basketball team. Kara's been a team captain for 2 years and was awarded all SAC honorable mention her junior year. She was a member of the 2017 state championship team and has participated in track and field the past 3 years. Kara has been a distinguished honor roll and honor roll student every semester of high school. She is a member of the National Honor Society and FCA. Kara will continue her basketball career next year at Tiffin University. Kara Gilly. Up next is Julia Huey. Julia's parents are Rob and Monica Huey. This is her 4th year on the basketball team. Julia participated in track and field for 2 years as well. She has been an honor roll student every semester and is a member of the National Honor Society. Julia will continue her basketball career at Lawrence Tech University and major in psychology next fall. Julia Huey. Brady Lucas. Brady's parents are David and Amanda Lucas. This is her 4th year as a varsity member on the basketball team. Brady was on the 2017 state championship team as well. She has been a distinguished honor roll and honor roll student every semester and is a member of the National Honor Society. Brady will continue her basketball career at Malone University and plans to major in elementary education next year. Brady Lucas. Up next is Liv Cypher. Liv's parents are Brandon Cypher and Josh and Beth Stoppel. This is her 4th year on the basketball team. Liv participated on the volleyball team for 2 years and on the track and field team for 3 years. She will continue her athletic career at Indiana University as a member of the women's parents are Michael and Sylvia Starks. This is her second year on the Homestead basketball team. Sylvia has been a team captain for two years and was named a 2018 Indiana Junior All-Star. She has been selected to first team All-SAC, All-Area, and All-State teams. Sylvia has been involved with peer tutoring programs for students with special needs. Next year, she will continue her basketball career at Detroit Mercy. Sylvia Starks. And our seventh and final senior this year, Haley Swing. Haley's parents are Justin and Leah Swing. This is her fourth year as a varsity member of the basketball team. Haley was a member of the 2017 state championship Homestead Spartan team. She has been a team captain for 2 years and was selected to the second team All-SAC last year. Haley will be a 4-year letter recipient in track and field and earned an 8th place state finish in the 4x4 relay in 2017. She was a state qualifier in the 400-meter dash and 4x4 relay in 2018 as well. Haley is a Champions Together leader, a 4-year honorable student, and a National Honor Society member. She will continue her basketball career at Grand Valley State University and study physical therapy next fall. Haley Swing. And one more big round of applause for our 7 senior Homestead Spartans. Ladies and gentlemen, have your attention, please. Please direct your attention just in front of the scores table as we're bringing Homestead High School basketball coach Chris Johnson to meet Homestead High School athletic director Joe Upgrove as he is presenting a plaque to Chris Johnson commemorating his 400th career win as a high school basketball coach in the city of Indiana. Coach Johnson earned this milestone win last week as Homestead defeated White Rock Christian. Coach Johnson is currently in his 25th season as the head basketball coach and in his 20th season at Homestead High School. By winning number 400 of his career, Coach Johnson joins a class of only 19 other current head coaches in the entire state of Indiana that have 400 career victories. And his winning percentage is ranked 3rd best of all 20 of those head coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for Homestead High School boys basketball coach Chris Johnson. And now the event you've all been waiting for. It's time to welcome out our Champions Together teams. Please welcome the Northside Legends. We have Judy Trickendew, Trey Randolph, Dominic Lee, Tristan Davis, Riley Singleton, Papaya Burlitz, Alex Sharon Spillers, Jacob Ashford, Kyle Levy, Jacob Gruber, Aquan Brown, Allison Riederman, Kyla Jackson, Bianca Stewart, Michael Battles, Ina Cole, Cash Royal, Lamar Fagan, and Ethan Nosey. And from the Homestead Spartans, please welcome Tristan Landorfer, Ashley Bowman, Mitchell Kristoff, Whitney Earring, Sophia Cass, Benjamin Jones, William McKinnon, Peyton Shaker, Griffin Tutwiler, and Brianna Vasquez. So tonight's game will have a 10-minute running clock. The way to encourage everybody to cheer on every athlete out here this evening. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. How about a big round